So hi, my name is Michael. I'm running the butterfly house Haga Ocean here in the outskirts of Stockholm. It's a very weird place and it's very old. It started like a winter garden, went on to be a sort of kind of jungle kind of thing, and then it turned out to be with birds and butterflies. Still have butterflies and a rainforest, and now we added the Haga Ocean, which is a pretty big shark aquarium for reef sharks, and then we also have exhibits for what we have here for the white shark. We made an expedition to South Africa telling the story about the white shark, and we will continue also telling the story about the Scandinavian sharks, and we have exhibits for corals and seahorses, and it will be going on like forever. We're always changing and doing new things. And as always, when you come to this kind of a closed exhibit in the cold and dark Scandinavian countries, you need to consider what kind of light you're going to have. We have all the traditional bulbs and metal halides and so forth, and then we tried all kinds of LEDs. We tried to make them build LEDs for us in the US, and it went on back and forth with some success and some failures. And on that track, I met a very confused Finnish woman that was talking about her great LEDs, and I thought like, okay, come here, let me see what it is. And we started to try them out, and it turned out very good. So we're using them now to all our exhibits for sea life. We have them for the shark pools, we have them for the seahorses, we have them for the coral aquariums. We tried different combinations, and so far we are very happy about it, and we will continue to buy more and develop our lighting until, we never know, until end of days, I guess, because you're never really satisfied, are you? Well, it worked out pretty well. We made up a little contract, trying to negotiate the prices back and forth, as we always do, and finally the price was okay, so we said, let's try it. So we started to buy a few ones. I guess we bought like 5, 6 to start with. And then we continued to try different kinds of lightnings in different kinds of environments, and now we have like, I don't know, between 20, 25 different kinds of setups of LEDs from PROVolitans, and everything is working actually fine. And I'm not paid to say this because I think they work fine. If I didn't, I wouldn't use them. Well, all lighting design is challenging, since we also have a very strange thing. We actually have a shark pool in a greenhouse, which is really weird and impossible. It is a challenge, it's an ongoing challenge, and it always changes, and I guess it will take like 1.5, 2 years more until we sort of finalize and say, wow, now it's looking good. And that's sort of the fun too, because it will never be exactly the way you want to have it. You can always change a bit, you can always redesign a bit, and that's the great thing with light, because if you don't have the proper light, it's like having a theater and people can't see what's going on. I mean, the lighting is the thing to put on the show, to show up, you know, you want people to see the sharks and all the cliffs and the corals, and then you need the lighting. So the lighting is the crucial thing to get the audience to understand what you're doing. Well, we wanted to, instead of just being on the surface with very bright, high light, which is usually between something like 14,000 Kelvin something, and up to around approximately 22,000 kelvins, we try to create a bluish kind of feeling that you're a bit deeper down, a little bit more dark, a little bit more strange, a little more mysterious kind of. So we use different effect lightnings like the 450 nanometers and the 900 nanometers in combination with higher light grades and combinations with other lights. So far it's going on the right track, but we're not finalized in any way. Well, if you want to do your light a bit better, start with negotiation with this Swedish guy called Oscar, and just, you know, hammer him really hard to give you the nicest price he can give you, and then, you know, ask him to politely come with a few test samples and try out a few test lightnings with different kinds of spectra, like the whiter ones, the bluer ones, and the effect lights, and then you figure out what you can do, and then you can put an order.